Hey my gorgeous Saggies. So as I've been saying, I have been quiet for a few months, but I have not been still. I've been doing a lot of things and putting things in the pipeline and that, so you'll hear about that soon enough. But I am back and I am going to be weekly. So I'm going to dive straight in. If you are watching me on Instagram, please write underneath, please follow if you're not already following, and write underneath I claim this if you resonate with the reading. YouTube, please subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of when I do come on. And again, if it resonates, right, I claim this in the comments. So I'm going to dive straight in. My Saggies, what's going on? Oh, the crown chakra. Your crown chakra has been activated, Sagittarius. I'm actually doing these readings on the Aquarius full moon. We had the Lionsgate portal yesterday, so there's a lot of energy going on. Mercury retrograde ends on the 11th, Monday, but we've still got that post shadow for a couple of weeks after it. But communication will get better. At the moment, there's a lot of, you are receiving a lot of clarity within your thoughts though, Sag. So like the busy energy, it's almost like you're kind of boxing it off. I got removal vans in my head there, so some of my Saggies could be actually moving, but it was the big boxes, the tape boxes, and I feel like you are getting some kind of clarity with a lot of things and boxing things off in your energy, which is going to make space for new channelings, new information, new clarity to come through. Zeus keeps showing his head, if you can see some little ears popping up every now and again. Hello. So, what's crossing or challenging for my Saggies at the present? We've got the Abandoned and Lonely card. It's not Abandoned and Lonely. I don't know why I called it the Abandoned and Lonely card, because it didn't resonate with me anyway when I did it. So, the challenge is to release. It's to allow things to let go. It's probably people, situations and memories from past situations or situationships, you know, that type of thing. It can be quite challenging, but I feel like that is what's needed to be boxed off in order for that new energy to come through, because the hand of the divine there is saying, you know, grab my hand, I'm going to take you towards people and places that are going to bring more light to your life, not drain you. So you may have felt like a bit of a kind of prisoner around your peers, in a sense. Whether that be, it might be going back to, you know, times at school, or, you know, them types of energies where you're in a room and you can't get out of it. So it could be work, school, indoctrinated type energies. And it's like, oh my God, just let me out. I don't want to be in this room with these people. Sometimes we don't get that choice, do we? We have to put up with it. I feel like you are moving on from that. Why is it coming round? We've got double whammy. We've got your crown again. Double whammy. So you are receiving some kind of divine guidance this week. You will gain the answers that you really need. You are going to gain some kind of clarity in that, and I feel it's almost like, yes, I did the right thing walking away from that situation. That I feel like you're gonna gain some kind of insight. So it could be somebody shows you something, you gain some kind of information, that type of thing, and it's like, I did the right thing. I removed myself from that situation before I got caught up in it. So yeah, I do feel like there's some information coming towards my Sagittarius this week. Recent past, you may not have trusted your gut, but I feel like that's what the information's about, the solar plexus. I feel like, oh my God, I knew it. I actually knew it. I may not have acted on it, but I bloody knew that was going to happen, or I knew, you know, so it was trying to scream at you at that time. I don't think you listened to it though. But it's almost like if you look back over the past, we'd never receive any lessons at all if we always listened to it, though. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this week holds clarity to a situation where you didn't trust your gut instinct. And now it's like, I just knew. Like, I have just had the clarity, I have just seen it. You know, it's almost like you're gaining some kind of closure via information. I do feel like it's something tangible, so something seen that you can see it or hear it, which then puts you in this space of I can box that off, because at the present position we've got recognition. So I do feel like you are going to be recognising a cycle that you've been living, or you are recognising like it is going to be like the blindfolds off. Whatever or whoever placed that blindfold, or if you did it yourself because you didn't want to see what was really going on, because we do, self-preservation and all that. It's almost like that blindfold is off, this recognition. You're recognising something, but I feel like you're already being, or you will be, being recognised for something. And again, I feel like there's something written that you're going to be reading. That's where you're getting this information. And it's almost like, aha, that's what it is. Unless it's like a text message or an email, that type of thing. Secrets come to light. Whatever's done in the dark always comes to light. We've got the secret keeper. Certain secrets cannot be held any longer, Sagittarius. So I do feel like if there's anything that's been being kept in the dark, or you've been being kept in the dark, or you've been keeping in the dark, I do feel like it's time that it comes to the light. Something is surfacing or resurfacing, because there's a karmic energy here that needs shifting. It needs to be shifted. 2025 is a 9-year. We have to get rid of any past resentments, bitterness, arguments, anger, trauma. We can't hold on to it. I said in one of the readings, it's like getting on a flight. You only have so much kilograms to go onto a flight. Next year is the 1 year. It's the rebirth year. This is the year of graduating. We have got to shift that energy. We are graduating. We are not taking that baggage forward. Otherwise, you're signing up for another 9 years of a cycle. So there is a major event going on here. And I am definitely getting that energy of whatever's done in the dark comes to the light. So there is something surfacing or resurfacing. And it's a ha-ha moment, as in, I knew I should have done that, or I knew I shouldn't have done that. That type of energy. You get that type of clarity to trust your gut, to trust your solar plexus. Your power, we've got heartbreak as the power, but when that comes out as a power, yes, some things are hard. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from certain things. Sometimes we've got to recognise what is breaking our hearts, because when we stay in a cycle of staying in the same situation for longer than we should have, when really our soul, everything about our being is just screaming at us to get out of this situation. Again, it puts me back in that room where I feel like surrounded. I feel like claustrophobic with people while I'm doing this reading. Like I've not got breathing space, like I'm stuck somewhere. Again, it's that energy of you are born with a free spirit. You have got the power and the will to step out of that. Maybe it's a comfort zone though, do you know what I mean? But don't be trapped in a cycle. And yeah, heartbreak hurts, but that's where we also receive lessons, and we also receive a blessing, because we can look back on that heartache and think, do you know what, I'm not going to go through that again. I'm never going to go through that again. I know my worth. I'm now seeing my own worth. I will not accept anything less, and I will not be put back in that place. And I'm not saying that there's going to be a heartbreak this week. It could be a heartbreak from when you were younger. It could be a heartbreak from this year, months ago, that type of thing. Your power is to learn from past heartbreaks. It's to clear that cycle. It's to finally put an end to that cycle. So the outside influence for my Sagittarius is the root chakra. So do what you can to stay grounded this week. Use the things that are around you, surrounding you, that make you feel grounded. Make sure you're walking in bare feet. Epsom salt baths. I kind of want to say as well, be careful of the music you're listening to, because some of my Sagittarius, if you listen to the words of the music, it's all woe me. So I don't know what kind of songs they are. Probably sad songs, or maybe even angry songs. Take yourself out of that energy. Be more aware of what you are taking in. especially as in sounds and vibration and frequency. Be aware of that. In Spirit's hopes and fears for you, it's a hope, it's a congratulations. They want you to wrap it up. They want you to wrap this cycle up. You've been given your energy wings. It's now time to use these gifts and strengths to these wings carry to provide yourself with guidance and empowerment. Your experiences are your qualifications. See, this is a year, it's a year of transcending over. It's a year of qualifying and graduating. And so soar to new spiritual heights and spread your angelic energy wherever it's needed. So you're recognizing past mistakes or past karmic cycles. So then it's almost like you become a beacon of light to people who have also or who are in that cycle, so you can see it. You've got that advice, you've got that. But I kind of want to say as well, show by your actions. When people are watching you, and they learn by watching other people, especially if we've got children, you know, lead by example. That's what I want to say. Lead by example. So there's definitely information coming in. I keep seeing envelopes in the head. Your outcome is actually doing it. You've got double whammy. So your challenge is the same card. It's to let go of the past. And sometimes if we hold on to something so tightly, the universe is like, nope, it's gone. I need it to go. It needs to go. And then we suffer the heartbreak. Sometimes we suffer heartbreak because we hold on to cycles longer than we should. Toxic relationships, toxic friendships, you know, that type of thing. Your outcome is actually grabbing hold of the hand of the divine and being led towards people and places that are going to bring light into your life. So yeah, it's a very interesting week, Sagittarius. So I shall love you lots. I really hope this resonates. Okay, love you much. Bye.